We've all made some unnecessary purchases during this quarantine, whether it's board games that seem really fun to play, but you can't really play them because of the whole quarantine thing, you know, or body pillows, so that you have something to hold when you aren't with your significant other. Or maybe even just various knickknacks to throw on your shelf of things that you like to make your bedroom seem a little more lively than it is. Well, I made not one, but two of those purchases recently. Now, to be fair, only one of these counts, because I bought one and it never showed up, so Amazon gave me a refund. I purchased it again because I wanted to make this video, and then both boxes showed up within an hour of each other about a week and a half ago. So what is this? This is a $100 USB Mario Kart steering wheel for the Nintendo Switch, and it is what I just said it is. It's a steering wheel so that you can play Mario Kart and other various games with a steering wheel and pedals. There are a ton of buttons on it, and let's take another closer look. I've had a Switch since it launched back in March 2017, and I've been staying up to date as much as I can with various games and controllers and accessories so I can experience as much as I can. But when this steering wheel first was announced, it took me back for a minute, especially the price tag. I don't play Mario Kart all that much, so it was not a necessity. It's $100 retail value, so I wasn't very happy to be paying possibly a third of the console's price to have a steering wheel that I can use for only certain games. And I just wasn't super sure whether or not I should get it. But it dropped down in price a little bit recently on Amazon. It was only about 80 bucks, so I bought one. Let's take a better look at what's inside this box. So you do have the steering wheel. It has a couple suction cups to go on the bottom of it to hold it to a desk, or you can use this desk clamp that is pretty fun to try and secure if you're not underneath the table trying to screw it in. It also has the foot pedals to use, which in my opinion are incredibly uncomfortable, and it has a nice little anti-slip coating on the bottom, some pads. It doesn't work, at least not on carpet. It didn't work for me. The pedals attach to the back of the steering wheel main body housing with a single cable, and then that whole unit attaches to the Switch dock with a single USB-A, so don't worry about it using a bunch of USB ports on your Switch dock. The wheel itself has a plethora of buttons. Here's all the ones on the front, and then it also has two little paddles so you can use them as shifters or as ZL and ZR buttons. There are two default sensitivity ranges that you can use for using the steering wheel. You can either have it read the full 270 degrees of the wheel or set it to a more restrictive 180, all with a simple 2-button combo to switch between the two fairly quickly. One more thing I forgot to mention is that it has this little switch up here that lets you change what the wheel itself is replacing the input of, so you can have it set to the D-pad, the left stick, or the right stick. So this may come in handy if you choose to use this wheel in different games outside of just Mario Kart. When these first arrived, I wanted to try it out with a friend, so I brought a friend over, threw my Switch onto my TV, turned on the wheel, and I did not enjoy it, to be completely honest. It felt uncomfortable, the pedals sucked, and the steering was just all over the place. So I didn't want to base this review just fully off of that, so I wanted to set myself up for a challenge. And to do so, I went and played every single cup in Mario Kart with, first, my controller of choice, a Pro Controller, my Splatoon one. It's very nice, I enjoy it. After that, I would then go back and play it with the steering wheel. Now, the results, what I expected was that I would be performing far worse with the wheel, because in my initial tests, I was getting maybe 5th, 6th place consistently. Well, with the Pro Controller, at least now with my friends, I can get 1st place. With them, 1st to 3rd place on average. But the actual results are a little different than that. I did equally as good, if not better, with the wheel than I performed with the Pro Controller, and that threw me for a loop. I mean, I honestly did not see that coming, but it makes sense. If you make yourself actually sit down and use this for 2.5 to 3 hours in a row, just playing track after track, you get better with it. You get used to the controls. I mean, sure, the foot pedals still suck. By far, it's awful. And there are different things you can do to make this experience better. Again, you can not just change between those two sensitivity ranges between 270 and 180, but you can a little fine tune it. I never had to because I just ended up sticking with the 180. But you can also steer not with the wheel, but with a D-pad on it. If you don't want to have to turn it, you can just use the D-pad. If you don't like using the paddles, you can just hit the ZR or the ZL button on the wheel itself. There's a bunch of different things to do so that you have a better experience with this wheel, but is it worth $100? Not to me. Not to me, unless you love playing racing games on your Switch or on your PC. Because again, this just connects over a USB port. So all you have to do is plug it into your computer. I believe download a program, it's on their Amazon page, and then it works perfectly fine. I never used it because I don't play games on my PC, but my brother did. 5 words, how is using the steering wheel with the PC?
Easy. Why are you doing this to me?
Now, like I said, is it worth $100? Not to me. Is it worth $80 or anything less? Perhaps. If you're someone who really likes playing Mario Kart and other various racing games, and you think you can get enjoyment out of using a steering wheel versus just tilt controls or a Pro Controller or Joy-Cons, why not? Give it a try. Worst case, you just return it. As for what I'm doing with my 2 wheels, I am going to return one of these so that I can get at least some money back from this video, and the other I'm going to keep it because it's fun. It's fun to use. I can't believe I'm admitting that, but yeah, it's fun to use. If my brother wants to use it, he'll be able to. If any of my friends want to borrow it, more than happy to let them. But who knows, I might even have to do some more Mario Kart live streams with it. That's it for now. I'll see you in the next one. Isaac, signing off.